It may not seem like it, but I didn't always love the ocean. Actually, for a good long while, I was bloody terrified of it.
Here we go.
Growing up, most of our holidays were coastal. Snorkelling, kayaking, even sucking down milkshakes after a long hot day in the sun. We didn't live by the sea, but we made the pilgrimage most weekends, and it was special, familiar, like catching up with an old mate you only see during school holidays.
So we're Hayden and Sol. We're currently traveling on a strict budget of $20,000. And last month, this is how much we spent on food, fuel, accommodation, and other things. And as you can see, we've gone slightly over budget. But we are here in Eden now, doing a free activity of surfing. So hopefully I don't lose the camera, we get a bit wet, and we have a bit of fun. Let's get at it.
Now, I'm not sure about everyone, but every time I get a little bit too comfortable with the ocean, it always has a way of humbling me. When I was 22, I was out surfing in a very decent swell. The wave flipped me and I got clipped in the head by my own surfboard. Everything went white, black spots in the vision. I tumbled under, unsure which way was up. I came out, my heart was pounding. It felt like the ocean had reached up, grabbed me, and reminded me just who was boss. And the worst part? I hated that I was scared. I loved surfing, I loved the water. But suddenly the thing that I loved the most was the thing that frightened me the most. And that confusion stuck with me for ages.
So Sol and I were very successful at getting wet. Got absolutely bashed around. It's a bit of a tough surf, but I really can't complain. I mean, just look how beautiful this place is. Absolutely exceptional.
Now, it took me a while to realise I don't need to stop being afraid. I just needed to start listening. Because the ocean doesn't speak in words. It speaks in patterns, in tides, and in sudden changes and still moments. It's not really something that you master. It's not a checklist of skills or a badge that you earn. And if you're not listening, you miss what it's trying to say.
So today, we're down in a place called Mystery Bay. It's sunny, it's calm, and we're gonna go snorkeling for the first time since Sol has been back in Australia. And I am so excited.
And that is one of the incredible things about the ocean. You don't just learn it once, you keep learning. Sometimes it's through fear, sometimes it's through fun, sometimes just by floating. And snorkelling reminds me of that. When you slip beneath the surface, all the noise disappears. You're in a whole nother world. Bright, silent, and alive. It's hard to feel important down here, which is why I love it so much. And no matter what you think, the ocean doesn't care about what you're doing. It doesn't ask for your skill, only your attention. And at the heart of it, that's what this trip is really about. We're travelling up the coast, stopping in tiny little towns and hidden bays.
So we're currently in Ulladulla, or actually no, correction, we're on Mollymook Beach. And it is a splendid morning. Not much in the way of surf, but I'm gonna try and give it a red hot crack all the same. And sorry if this is the first time that you've seen this absolutely shaggy haircut. Oh well, here we go.
We're not here chasing the biggest waves or tick off the most incredible beaches. We're here to slow down, to observe. To remember that nature isn't just out there. It's happening all around us, constantly, whether we're watching it or not.
This is awesome. There's no one around, all the way to myself. I couldn't ask for a better day.
At the end of the day, the ocean doesn't need us. But we certainly need it. We need it to feel small, to reset, to wonder. And finally, to remember that not everything wild needs to be tamed. Some things just need to be respected.